Alright, what is going on, my dudes? We're back here today with the next champion entering MCOC. We got Shadow the Hedgehog today. Vox, he's just missing his motorcycle, man. So this guy is pretty freaking cool in the looks department, man. He looks like, I don't even know what he looks like, man. He's like kind of like a Sephiroth, Kid Icarus kind of hybrid thing with Shadow the Hedgehog colors and like a Grim Reaper thing going on. Really, really cool. But what's even cooler than his looks is how simple this guy is going to be to break down. So, Vox. First things first, Vox has a lot of words in this kit. You don't need to know most of them, honestly. You just need to know how he works. He also has a lot of Easter eggs in his kit that are cool, that are super fun. I really like when champs do this, but in reality, it's like Easter eggs that are not going to matter 99% of the time, and we'll go over that when we get to those, okay? So, first things first, he's a cosmic, right? He's immune to the power burn, right? That Penny Parker does, all that fun stuff. Also immune to poison, immune to power drain, power lock, and special lock from Nimrod. On top of that, he's the first champion who can stack the precision buffs from the dexterity mastery, which is pretty cool, and it goes into his abilities that we're going to get to in just a moment, but it's just pretty cool. So corrupted buffs, this is like his main thing, right? Through Twisted Kree Bioengineering, the Vox have been granted the power of corrupted buffs. These buffs have 300% ability accuracy and last indefinitely. So the extra ability accuracy means he can attack Rintra and gain the buffs that he gains. Pretty cool. I wouldn't really suggest using him for Rintra, but in a worst case scenario, you could. Now, he's also like an awful defender because of this. Whenever one of his buffs are nullified and he gains one when you hit him with the medium, he loses 5% of his max HP, which is like, makes him absolute mystic food, like really makes him mystic food, dude. So when a here's one of those Easter eggs. When a non-corrupted Fury, Precision, Armor Up, Intensify, Undermine, or Vigilance buffs expires off Vox or an inhuman opponent for any reason other than nullify, Vox gains a matching corrupted buff. Furies obtained this way cannot exceed 20% of Vox's base attack rating, right? Okay, so that's like really fun when you're fighting like Medusa and like her Furies fall off and then you ramp a little bit faster, right? But what you really need to know is this. Vox's and mediums grant him a corrupted Fury, his first and fourth light attack grant him a corrupted Cruelty, and when struck by a medium, he gains a corrupted Armor Up buff, okay? All of these have a stack limit of 10. All right. Now, on the final hit of his special 1 and special 2, if none of Vox's personal G-gens are on the opponent, so if it's your first special attack of the fight, for each corrupted buff on Vox, you inflict a D-gen debuff that deals a decent amount of damage over 13 seconds, and all of your corrupted buffs are consumed. Now, that's not a lot of damage out of the gate, but the way this D-gen works, it's kind of interesting. They deal Their damage increases by 10% for each second they've been on the opponent. So the damage goes up and up and up and up and up, and as the fight goes on, you put more and more D-gens on. Now, if you use a special attack when any of Vox's D-gens are on the opponent, you consume them and you gain a corrupted Intensify for each D-gen consumed in that way. Now, what that is going to do is going to stack up to 30. And when you use your special attack the next time again, you're going to consume those Intensify buffs that you gained from the D-gens and turn them back into D-gens again. So your third special attack of the fight, and like a longer fight, is going to put an absolute metric crap ton of D-gen on the opponent. Now, the special 1 gains an Undermine buff, and the special 2 gains a Vigilance buff. These last for 3 seconds and 5 seconds, and when they expire, okay, the 3 and the 5 seconds, they turn into Corrupted Undermine and Corrupted Vigilance. So after one special 1, you're pretty much countering auto block for the entire fight. After one special 2, you're countering miss for the entire fight. It's pretty cool. Okay, now one thing that's up here in the abilities, personal D-gens are paused during Vox's special attacks, okay, as long as the entire attack strikes the opponent. So that's important to note when you're alternating your specials. Finally, for the special 3, so that number for the special 3, that's supposed to be plus 293, not plus 2,937. So that is likely bugged. So I will not be showing a special 3 in this video. It does like an okay amount of damage, Yeah, decimal place is definitely in the wrong spot there. But here comes another Easter egg down here. If the opponent is inhuman, inflict a non-stacking 100% neutralized debuff that lasts indefinitely. The best Medusa counter in the game. Easy peasy. The best Black Bolt counter out there. Easy peasy. If you're fighting this guy unbuffed up with Medusa and you push him to a special 3, you're done. You can't win. So yeah, one of those things that's like seriously like never going to really come up unless there's like an Eternity of Pain Medusa type thing. There is an Abyss Medusa, right? Stuff like that. It's going to be like, he's going to be weirdly super duper good for, but that's not going to come around like very often, but it's cool. Now let's go with the Sig ability for a bit here. So contact with the blade of his scythe increases damage of degen on the opponent by 3%. Each time his degens are inflicted, the next time Vox strikes the opponent's block, or the opponent goes unstoppable or unblockable, it's paused for 2 seconds, and he gains this pre-fight that makes it so he can't dash backwards in the fight. Kind of weird. I'll show it to you. I never really use it because it's like just more dangerous than it is necessary in my opinion, but it's cool. All right, so let's start jumping into some damage showcases today. His rotation is unbelievably easy. We're going to be rolling with the Star-Lord today. The first one has about 200,000 health. The second one's going to have about 700,000 health. We'll go 5-star rank 5, 7-star rank 2, okay? So, what I'm doing here is pretty much going medium, light, medium, okay? Medium for the Furies, all right? First light for the Cruelty. If we can Dex to get the Precision, cool. As you can see, the Dex expires, right? The Undermine is going to expire, and now we gain the Corrupted Undermine. We have 19 degens on the opponent. This is about a battleground size health pool with class advantage, and as you can see, he's melting because these go up by 10% damage every single second, and the special 2 is very long, and this is where the damage actually starts. And you'll see that on this one, on the 7-star with the 700,000 health pool Star-Lord, okay, that the special 2 is a lot longer than the special 1. So the reason why you want to go special 1, special 2 is because of the extra length of the special attack that you are going to be increasing the damage of those degens as it goes along. All right. So at this point, right, we do not have the ability to pause the degens with the hitting on the block, but that's okay. You don't really need it. You're going to be missing out on like 4 ticks of damage, maybe a little bit more than that. I forget how long it exactly is, but as you can see, here we are at 2 bars of power, right? And look at how much longer this special attack is than the special 1, right? So this big Star-Lord is down to 50% health. And at this point, after that special 2, we have 19 of those corrupted intensifies. So the next time we go for our special 1, which we're about to do right about here, check this out, we're going to have 45 degens, okay? Now would be a great time to hit his block if we were awakened, but we're not, okay? So look at how this degen is ticking up. He's gonna die before we can even use the special 2. It's ticking for like 16,000, right? Crazy. Now, if we were to go into like Labyrinth, right? There's the first special 2. Here we're just using the 6-star here. We're gonna go for the special 1, okay? And we're gonna let this guy play out a little bit. So, bam, bam, 53 degens, all right? Pauses on the block. I think it's a 3-second pause, actually, so that's actually going to be 6 ticks of degen. That's crazy, all right? So we're going to bait a special 2 from this guy if we can, or just go for this. Look at these numbers. Look at these numbers. 30,000. That's ticking for 30. That's 60,000 damage over time per second at this point, right? That's nutty, man. So at this point, this is what's going to be like that consistent damage with him after a few special attacks. Every special 1, you're going to put those degens on. Every special 2, you're going to suck them up and get the intensifies, right? Now, if they're about to fall off, you can just go for the special 1. There is nothing wrong with that at all. All right, now let's take a look at this never back down thing that he does. This is his pre-fight, okay? Now, if you're used to wall banking like this, right? If you're like in the corner and you do like the dash back light attack, you might like this, okay? Now, the reason why this is good, right, or powerful is because look at our buffs, right? Look at this, 7-7, 7-8, 8-8. By the time you get, if she was cooperating here, by the time you get to your special 1, you could have 30 buffs, right? 30 degens on the opponent. And then when you go for your special 2 or your special 1, you can have 30 intensify buffs, right? So it's a very high stressful playstyle though, not even gonna lie. It's something that I just like never will be using when I use Vox. I like the champion a lot, but I won't be using him for this. The like extra couple of degens is not worth like not being able to dash back, in my opinion, because there are some special attacks that when they get you in the corner, it's just like not going to be a fun time. And I don't really feel like learning like the wall dexing on every single champ just for this one weird pre-fight ability, right? As you can see, we're getting hit a little bit now because I can't dash back, but yeah. We're definitely putting more degens on with about the same effort, right? 56 degens, it's gonna pop off now. It's a little bit harder to hit their block as well to pause when you can't back down here, but as you can see, I mean, she's just flushed right down the toilet there. So let's take a look at some of his utility stuff here, okay? Now, I had to use a 5-star rank 1 level 1 Vox because the 6-star was just killing things before I could even show anything. So we use a Cosmic Champions and Cosmic have damage, right? So no surprise there. But one special one, Undermine. If you don't know what Undermine does, it essentially makes it so you go unblockable when you would be auto-blocked. So watch this. Unblockable. Unblockable. Right? No matter what, we're never going to be auto-blocked from Penny Parker as long as we keep using special 1. So this is one time where instead of going for the special 2, you're actually going to want to go for that special 1 consistently, because no matter when you use it, the length of the Undermine makes it so it expires, so it's always there as a corrupted form. Now remember, the corrupted forms, they work just like regular buffs, right? And clearly, great Penny Parker counter just pretty much turns off all the annoying BS in her kit, right? Shuri, we got hit a little bit here, but that's okay. Now, combat power rate on a rank 1 is so much lower than a rank 5 or a 7-star, but the special 2 here, it gives a vigilance buff, right? Which, just like the other one, bam, is going to be there forever if you keep spamming special 2 with him, and you're never gonna miss. Now, of course, Shuri is not the only champion who makes you miss. There are a lot of champions who make you miss, right? And that could be definitely very useful in the future, for sure, okay? Now, again, auto block, right? Not just Penny Parker. There are a lot of auto blockers. Don't get hit by that special 1. You know, there's Cap Sam Wilson, there's Omega Sentinel, there's even Overseer, there's this giant potato dickhead right here. So annoying, man. He has like the most annoying animations to fight. But once you use that special 1, you're going to just avoid that freaking auto block, which is so annoying, right? It's just so annoying. So he counters auto block, he counters miss, he does not counter evade, but he counters like 2 of the 3, which is pretty nice, right? And you can just kind of like, you just combo, nice, dude, fantastic. Combo into that special 1, it's great. So, Rintra, right? This is like worst case scenario. You don't have a cow counter, you have a Vox in your Battlegrounds draft, right? Ah, man, worst case scenario, I guess I can use Vox, right? Because you can knock him down for the stuff, right? And the corrupted buffs have plus 300% ability accuracy. So what we can do here is put all these degens on the cow, just like every other champ. You do have to watch his mystical charges, right? Your dexterity precision is not going to make it through, right? It's going to get from the power gain. Same thing goes for his undermine and his vigilance because they aren't corrupted buffs. So keep that in mind if you're ever fighting the cow with him. So that's pretty much Vox, guys. He's very simple. He's very simple. He's very cool. He has a lot of damage, right? He has a decent amount of utility baked into his kit. Actually, he can do, you know, buffed up, distract, that kind of stuff. But also he does counter, you know, auto block consistently, miss consistently. He has the damage over time for like getting by nodes that like limit your, you know, your on hit damage, which is nice. So yeah, lots of stuff he could do. He's very cool. He's satisfying to play, which is fun. But yeah, man, I think a big takeaway is that like the sig ability is really nice to have. But if you happen to like scoop a 7-star today, I would personally probably rank 2 him unduped. He doesn't like need it, right? The pre-fight, like you don't need the pre-fight. The extra damage from the scythe you don't need. The big thing is the middle one where you pause the degen for 2 seconds when you hit their block. That is like an extra 60 to 80,000 damage per degen cycle, which is really, really nice, man. Honestly, it's a nice bit of damage. So like if I got the 6-star, I'd probably sig 200 him, but I wouldn't really stress over not having the sig if I happen to get the 7-star, if that makes sense. So yeah, guys, that's Vox. Let me know what you think about Vox in the comment section below. I'm very curious what you guys think. I know you guys tend to like damage, and this dude definitely has damage, lots of it, and it's pretty easy to get. So let me know what you think, and yeah, I'll be seeing you around.